how to focus strategy to improve culture. Like, how do you, what's some of the decision-making thought processes you have around culture, and how do you define when it needs improvement, and,
Sure. I mean, I'll answer the last question first because it's pretty straightforward. How do you know when you need to change culture? There was a college classmate of mine named Patrick Leoncini, and he wrote a very famous book called The Five Dysfunctions of a Team.
yeah.
It's got to be one of the fastest reads of any book because it's more of a story than a textbook. But in the appendix, there's actually a culture test. It's a very short, simple test. You can give it to your direct reports, and it literally tells you if you have a culture problem. So that is one very easy way. I've actually done it with multiple companies, and it tends to work very well. But the real question, the tougher one you asked is, how do you then determine that culture, and how do you focus strategy to improve culture? I would say it's more the other way around. You determine what your culture is, and that becomes your North Star as you are working your way through strategy. Andrew said something very important earlier, that he has a collection of like-minded individuals. So, any leader, it's CEO or founder, you're going to have your own North Star and your own style of what makes you effective. And it's important that you're incorporating those principles because, as Andrew brought up, people are going to look at the CEO, and if they're not walking the walk, nobody's going to buy into any kind of culture on a piece of paper. So it needs to be authentic, number one. And number two, that, it can take many different forms. I've seen some that are very mercenary and some that are very holistic, and they can all work. At that point, it becomes more of a North Star towards working through your strategy, as opposed to the other way around.